What time is it? It's less than a month till Christmas. What are we going to do? Keep watching. We've got you covered. Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Today we're going to talk about quick Christmas gifts. Believe it or not, with a 3-yard quilt, you can make it in about 6 to 8 hours, make the top, and then you can do real quick quilting on it as well. So you should be able to get a quilt ready for Christmas, even though it's getting a little late. Everything is going to be patterns from one of our books or an individual pattern like this. It only takes 3 yards to finish these tops, and that's the border, the binding, and the quilt top. Everything that we show you today is a lap quilt. If you want to make it larger, instead of 1 kit for a lap, you'll use 2 kits for a twin and 4 kits for a king queen. Every book has your information on how to enlarge the quilts to a twin and a king queen. So let's look at our quilts. We have, first of all, Byzantine Door. Byzantine Door is one from my book, Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts, and it has 2 big blocks, so you can see why this one's going to go together so fast. We actually put your blocks together in sections, and then we sash them, put them all together, and voila, you have a quilt. So let's put that up on the table. Now, we don't have this particular Christmas fabric, but we do have this, and it would be so cute with these fabrics. So the number 1 fabric is always your focus fabric. So we're going to start with these absolutely adorable snowmen. These just came in and we were so excited to get them in. So this would be your focus fabric or your number 1 fabric. That's going to go in this block, which is one of your large blocks. It will also be one of your borders. Then your number 2 fabric, you always look at your next 2 and compare those. The lightest of the 2 will go in the lightest section of the quilt. That will be your number 2 fabric with your little snowmen heads. Cute. And then your green is going to be these great snowflakes. So those will be the sashing, and it will also be your border. So this particular kit is 8020804. This is called Snow Globe, and it's Byzantine Door. That pattern is available as an individual. It's also available as a downloadable book, Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. The next quilt that we have for you to look at is Picture Perfect. This one is also from the Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts, and it has a nice big block, but it also has a smaller block that has been bordered. So this is a great one to finish in a hurry, and a lot of people say it's their go-to quilt. Has a great look to it, and it works up really fast. The fabric that we have for this, we do have the pink and blue still online. I believe that's called French Garden, if you want to look that one up. But we have some other fabric that we want to show you as well. This one is called Evening Splendor, and it has this great floral. It's almost like it has little beads on it. That's really a pretty print. And then it also has these little dots. That is also mimicked in your number 2 fabric. And then your number 3 fabric will be the blue. So if you're looking at your quilt, your floral is going to go over here. Your yellow is going to go here, and the blue will be your sashing and your borders. Evening Splendor is 8020803. Picture Perfect is your pattern. It's available in the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts, which is a downloadable, and it's also available as the individual pattern. Okay, the next one that we want to show you, this one is called Windmill. Again, we don't have this particular fabric, but we do have some other fabric to show you. This one is super, super simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's done with strip piecing. You only have 1 block, and it is turned. So let's put that up here, and we'll see how it looks. The quilt that we're working with is Windmill, and it does have the instructions for a twin size. It does not have your queen king size in this, but it does have the twin. Whenever you're working with this, we're going to show you the fabrics, and then we're going to show you the pieces and parts. So we'll start with this. Your number 1 fabric, this is a great gift for someone that maybe has served in the military or has a lot of patriotic pride that you would like to gift them with a great quilt this Christmas. This is your largest print. It would be your focus print, and it's going to go where the sunflowers are. And then you have your number 2 fabric is your red, blue, and white stars, and your number 3 fabric is your navy with the little X's on it. So now let's look at how all of this goes together and how easy it is to make this quilt. First of all, you're going to strip piece 3 pieces, and we give you the measurements so that you can put these 3 pieces together. Then you cut these pieces into units. So if you come over here, and you can see how this was that big strip, and we've cut it into pieces. And then when you look at the book shows you exactly how to lay them out into a row assembly. So the very first one, if you look here, is going to be this one. So we just simply take it and rotate it. Then the next one is this one. Then you rotate this one. And then you have this, and then you rotate that. So you can see how easy it is to put these blocks together. So you sew each one of these, and then after you've sewn these together, you're actually going to assemble all of the rows. They are identical, and then this one gets turned so that this one is this one rotated. So when you then sew these together, you get these great little windmills in here. So you can see how super simple it is to make that quilt. All right, this one is called 4th of July. It is 8020481 windmill. The pattern is either as an individual or it's with the Quilts for Kids. Quilts for Kids book. And the Quilts for Kids book does have 8 patterns, and every one of them is just super. All right, now let's put this one up, and we'll go to the next one. Okay, the next one is a fun one. This one is showing in a springtime kind of fabric. We no longer have this fabric, but what a great quilt. We have so many people that use this particular pattern for their very first quilt because it's so super easy. There is a 10-inch block here, and then we have a 4-patch made with 5-inch blocks. So let's put that one up here, and the fabric that we have for this one is really fun. This one is called Gnome for the Holidays. And yes, I did say that right, Gnome for the Holidays. I want to turn this just a little bit so you can see these great guys right side up. Isn't that cute? There's a gnome, there's a snowman. I guess the gnomes are out building snowmen. Cute. So that's your number 1 fabric. It will go in your 10-inch block. And then you've got your red with a little bit, see how it's got yellow in this? This is picking up that yellow and the white, almost like, a little bit like a polka dot with 3 different colors in there. And then you've got your blue snowflake, which would be your number 3. So if you look over here on your quilt, you're going to have your gnomes in the big 10-inch block, and then you're going to have the 4-patch made from these 2. So this one is called Gnome for the Holidays. So Quick is your pattern, and that's from the book Quilt Favorites, which is also a downloadable book. So you can download that. So if you're ready to get busy and make your patterns, quilts up, you can get that pattern book right away. All right, the next one, this one is done in a Halloween fabric, and it also has the trim for chenille by the inch. If you've never looked at the chenille by the inch button on our website, we do have lots of videos to show you how to do that. That is a different product that we sell. And I actually quilted this quilt with chenille by the inch. So there is a video that shows you how to quilt your quilts with chenille by the inch. No other quilting is done on this. It's like doing a stitch in the ditch, holding a line of chenille, and then you brush it and it fluffs up. So that's the only quilting on this particular one. So let's put up there. Now I don't have that Halloween fabric, but we do have this great fabric. This is called Amethyst Magic. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So this, each block in this is just the same size. So you're going to get a block of this, a block of this, and a block of that. And this is your focus fabric. This will be your number 2 fabric. And then this is your number 3 fabric. Very, very pretty. And we've got the little bit of purple here, a little purple there. It all blends together very nicely. And this is your information. Kit number 8020494, Amethyst Magic. So Easy is the name of this particular quilt. It is found in the Quilt Favorites book or as an individual pattern. Now, this morning we got a call from a lady who said, I'm making a quilt, but I decided I needed it just a little bit bigger. What can I do? And we were able to help her out with what we call our end of bolt specials. This is one of the end of bolt specials that we have on our website. They will measure differently. They're all less than 1 yard, and they all have a number, but how does that help you find it? Super simple. So this particular one, see how this number is 8020494? If you will search, just putting an asterisk and that number in the search box on the website, if we have an end of bolt special that matches your quilt, it will come up. So you'll want to check that out. It's a great way to do an extension on your quilt. You can either add an extra border or a few extra blocks maybe. No, you'll need to add an extra border on your quilt. And the cool thing about that is that you can go to our free goodies button and you can download a sheet that explains to you how to add a border, how to measure, how to cut, and you can add a border to your quilt. This one is called Sweet Times. Sweet Times is a 10-inch block, and each of those blocks is basically sashed. So you've got your border on this block, and then you've got another color on this one. Now this has been a really popular quilt for us. We could not get that exact fabric, but look what we did find. We were excited about this. Lorelei is the designer for this fabric, and she did some new campers. So these are the new campers. They're a little bit bigger, and this one is called Home Sweet Camper. The pattern is Sweet Times. That is found in Easy Peasy 3-yard quilts, or you can get the individual pattern. Now the fabric, this is your focus. It's going to be in every one of those blocks. And then we're going to outline this block with one of these 2 fabrics. So it will bounce back and forth. I love the polka dots with it. That really is cute. And then you've got the purple as your number 3 fabric. So that one is Home Sweet Camper. All right, the next one, this one is called Tic Tac. And Tic Tac, I was just thinking how cute this fabric is. We're out of this particular fabric, but we have something else that's really cute for you. And the cool thing about this one is it too goes together very, very fast. You take your big blocks and you sew these pieces on the and make a row like that, and voila, you're practically finished. These are all strip pieced, so that makes it go really fast too. And if you have a little matey, you've got a cute quilt here with the wonderful pirates. Isn't that adorable? This is brand new fabric that just came in the door too, and I said, quick Hannah, make us a quilt for this one. We can't get a quilt made that fast, but we know you can use your imagination to see how we're going to take this. And I'm going to scoot it over a little, John. This is your number 1 fabric. It's going to go in one of the blocks. And then the alternating fabric is your number 2 fabric, or your light fabric. It's going to go up here. It will also be in this little small square. And the 3rd fabric for your sashing is the black. So this is going to be an adorable quilt for that special little one that loves, or big ones, that loves pirates. What was the name of that movie, that the pirate movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean. I couldn't remember. I just remember, well, whichever. Okay, so this one is 8020800. I'm Edie, and it's Tic Tac. And it's Easy Peasy. So you in the Easy Peasy book. So you can either take the pattern or the book when you buy 3 kits. Now remember, if you just need a quilt in a hurry and you want to download a book, We do have some downloadable books on our Etsy site. We also have downloadable books on our regular website. So check that out. This one is, It's a Breeze. It's a Breeze is in our Modern Views book. And I like this one because it alternates the colors of your pinwheels. And we have some pieces and parts for this one. So let's check that one out. All right, we're going to scoot this one down. And we're going to bring the fabrics over. And this one is done in these great sherbety colors. We're going to switch sides here so that I can do some cutting for you. Okay, this one, the number 1 fabric, is the great peachy color. And that's going to be where you have your peachy colors here. And then your number 2 fabric is going to be everywhere there's a light. So this one will go with this for a pinwheel and with this for a pinwheel. This will be a really cute quilt. And here's your kit number 8020648, and it's sherbet. It's a Breeze is your pattern. That is available as an individual. It's also available in the Modern Views book. Now let's look at some pieces and parts here. I'm going to move this over so that I can cut. Okay, first of all, we have something called the slotted trimmers. This is one that I really, really enjoy. This particular package is showing you 2 different sizes. So you either have your even numbered triangles or you have your 1/2 inch size. So you can cut a lot of different sizes with this. We are going to cut. I'll show you how to do this because, you know, when you usually do a triangle, you're going to draw a line down the center of your block from corner to corner. So we do that first. And then can you see those stitches on either side of that cut line? So first of all, you draw the line, then you stitch a scant 1/4 inch on either side, then you cut it on the drawn line so that you end up with 2 of these 1/2 square triangles. Now, on your ruler, it has a little dotted line. That little dotted line is where you're going to put it on the seam line. So we put that dotted line on the seam line. Let me scoot it over a little, John. So we're going to put that on the seam line. And then this right here needs to be right into the corner. So I'm going to scoot it over a little bit so it's right pointing into the corner, while at the same time it's on the dotted line, is on the seam line. All right, and once it's placed on the stitch line, you're going to cut here. And then we're going to cut here. Now let's pull this off. Now usually when you're cutting or trimming a triangle, you have to open it up, press it, and you get these little dog ears that you have to cut off. With the slotted trimmer, you can cut it right like so. It's already got that on there for you. And you take a step this way. And then there. So we've got our ears cut off. Now, if you were making a smaller triangle, there are slots right here that you just take your rotary cutter and it'll just cut those little ears off right there. Now let's take a look at our triangle with no dog ears, because that slotted trimmer does it for you. So look at that. Isn't that great? So we've already looked at the fabric, so now let's look at our triangles. I'm going to move this over, and you're going to have your blue and pink here, and then this one rotates. You just give them each a little spin like so, and then this one goes here. See it taking shape? This is going to be such a pretty one. This would be great for a beach house. It would be great for a lake house, a river house, or my house. I just think it's very, very pretty. You know, it would be great for like a baby quilt too. All right, so now we're going to give you a chance to get an idea with the pieces and parts how this is going to look whenever you get this quilt all put together. So let's block it out here, and we'll block this out so that you can get an idea how beautiful these batiks are together. That is great. All right. So that pattern, once again, it is called Sherbert 8020648. It's a Breeze is your pattern, and it's also available in the Modern Views book. Okay, the next one that we have to show you is It's a Snap. It's a Snap is a great pattern. When it goes together, you get these great cascading blocks. I love, love, love this particular pattern. I had a lot of fun when I first designed it. And it is done with about 4 different kinds of blocks, so it's got a little bit more a challenge than some of my patterns, but it's not that hard to put together. So let's put that up here. And we have this beautiful, beautiful violet. I guess we're kind of in the violet stage. We've had a couple of beautiful violet quilts today. This particular one is called Violet Dreams, and we're using It's a Snap pattern, and it is, the pattern is in the Pretty Darn Quick book. So we have these gorgeous flowers, and you can see how pretty those are. That'll be your number 1 fabric. Then you're going to have your green as your background, and the third one is going to be the purple, which will be your borders, binding, and also one of the blocks. So this is a gorgeous quilt, and it is 8020799 Violet Dreams. And the next quilt that we have for you, now this is truly, truly a super simple pattern to do. We've got squares, and then we've got a strip-pieced rail fence. So you'll strip those. Those all get cut into units and alternating with a block. It goes together very fast, very few corners to match up. It'll be a breeze to get it done. And we have some great chicken fabrics. You know, I can say one thing for sure. I know a lot of people who have added backyard birds to their homes because they can get their fresh eggs every day. Nothing quite as nice as that. So we have all of these cute little hens sitting on their nest, and that would be in your big block. And then in the second one, or your number 2 position, is this pretty cream vine. And look at this great rust color that goes with this. This has the roosters on it with the little swirls. Really pretty fabric, and that will go together really fast. 8020798 Sunrise Farms. This is the Porch Rails pattern, and the book is Pretty Darn Quick. So if you still have a couple of quilts to make before Christmas, these are some great ones that you can pick out. And if you want to do some fast quilting, you can do Stitch in the Ditch. If you wanted to add the chenille by the inch. If you're making it for a child, a really cool way to do that is put the chenille by the inch on the quilt, give the child a brush and a spray bottle, and they can do the spritzing and the brushing, so they have a little activity to go along with their quilt. And your quilting is all done as well. So this is Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Have a great day, and Merry Christmas.